Whether you are looking at a single household in microeconomics or an entire nation in macroeconomics, consumer income is one of the most reliable drivers of market demand. When wages go up, buying habits change. Look at this income elasticity of demand formula. In advanced economics, you would use this to calculate exactly how much demand changes. For your Cambridge IGCSE 0455 exam, you can consider it crossed out. You don't need to memorize the math. You only need to focus on the core concept left behind, purchasing power. When consumer income rises, purchasing power increases, and product demand splits into two paths. For a normal good, which covers most items you buy, higher income pushes demand up. But for an inferior good, higher income actually pushes demand down. As consumers get richer, they abandon inferior goods to buy better quality alternatives. Mastering this topic requires a clear grasp of how changing purchasing power physically shifts market demand. This standard supply and demand graph showing price and quantity helps us answer a 6-mark question from the 2022 past paper. The examiner asks how an increase in income affects the market for a luxury brand of perfume. Luxury perfume is a normal good. When incomes rise, consumers can suddenly demand more of it without the price of the perfume dropping. On the graph, the entire demand curve shifts to the right, creating a new equilibrium where both the final price and the quantity traded are higher. Drawing the correct shift earns you the diagram marks, but to get full written analysis marks, the examiner explicitly looks for exact phrases. You must state that higher income creates greater purchasing power, and that the luxury good now takes a smaller proportion of income. The Cambridge syllabus repeats this exact pattern. Look at the 2020 paper. The prompt changes from luxury perfume to gold, but the visual mechanics and the written logic are identical. Demand shifts right, and you secure the marks by noting the consumer's increased ability to buy. For any normal good, perfectly linking a rightward shift on your diagram to the written phrase, increased ability to buy, guarantees your analysis marks. The 2021 paper tests the exact opposite scenario for 4 marks. If a product's demand curve shifts to the left, destroying market demand, what are 2 non-price factors that could cause it? First cause, a decrease in consumer income. When wages fall across an economy, purchasing power drops, and consumers simply cannot afford as many normal goods at their current price. Second cause, a decrease in the price of substitute goods. If a rival product suddenly becomes cheaper, buyers will switch to the alternative, stripping demand away from your original product. The trap in this question is blaming a leftward shift on a rise in the product's own price. A change in the product's own price only creates a movement along the existing curve. It takes an external factor, like changing incomes, for the entire curve to shift. Leftward shifts consistently indicate that an external factor, like falling wages or better market alternatives, is destroying consumer demand at every price point. Look at this abstract flow model. The 2024 paper takes the exact microeconomic logic we just practiced and scales it up to macro international trade, asking why an entire country might suddenly demand more imports. The answer starts with domestic incomes. As citizens earn more money, the nation's collective purchasing power rises. Because many foreign goods are normal goods, this extra wealth drives a massive increase in demand for consumer products the country cannot produce on its own due to specialization. The link between income and demand functions the same way, whether you are analyzing a single bottle of perfume or billions in international trade. Let's lock in 3 strict rules. 1. Always write purchasing power or ability to buy in your analysis. 2. Never confuse a demand shift with a movement along the curve. 3. Remember an income increase shifts demand for inferior goods to the left. Fundoo Tutor is a personalized learning platform designed to help students succeed in Cambridge, IB, and other international curriculums.